All right, welcome back. And in a shocker from Krishnagiri in Tamil Nadu, an army man was allegedly beaten to death by a DMK councillor named Chinnaswamy and 9 of his associates. This follows a dispute over washing clothes near a water tank in Tamil Nadu's Krishnagiri. Now, on the fateful night, the soldier identified as Prabhakaran and DMK member Chinnaswamy got into a heated argument in exchange over a trivial issue. This is in the Puntrapalli area of Krishnagiri. Now, Chinnaswamy, who's the councillor of DMK, along with 9 men, allegedly attacked Prabhakaran and his brother as well, Prabhu, that very night. The army soldiers succumbed to his injuries, and based on Prabhu's complaint, the police arrested 6 men, including Councillor Chinnaswamy and his son Raja Pandi. We're now being joined by Annamalai for an exclusive conversation. Pranesh, take it forward.
Thanks, Meenakshi. Mr. Annamalai, thank you for your time. Thank you for speaking to Times Now. We were the first to highlight this murder that took place on February 8. I want to ask you, how are you seeing this? An army man, a serving soldier, beaten to death by a DMK neta?
Very sad, very sorry that this has happened in Tamil soil, and more importantly, I hung my head in shame with respect to the events that is playing out from yesterday. The maintenance of law and order, the ruling government trying to call it a trivial issue, trying to call it a small issue, and somehow the respect that is needed to be given to an army personnel who is putting his life for the sake of our country is not on display in our soil, especially after DMK has come to power. And the incident happened on February 8th. Then he was admitted to hospital later. Then he subsequently died. The whole last 6-7 days was not very satisfying to us with respect to how this issue was handled. And more importantly, the biggest shocker is the senior leaders of DMK from yesterday trying to defend the accused in this case, who is the sitting councillor. And this is not Tamil Nadu, this is not Tamil people, this is not our culture, this is not our soil with respect to what the DMK has portrayed. And I hope and pray that the departed soul attains moksha. And BJP Tamil Nadu, we are completely with them as we speak now. Our Karyakartas are protesting in Krishnagiri, the deceased army personal's home district. Across Tamil Nadu, in front of different collectorates, our ex-servicemen wing, the retired soldiers, they are in their uniform with their medals, with the cap. They are presenting a memorandum to the district collector. 3 days from now, I'll be sitting in a protest and war memorial, a full day protest with all the retired people from the different wings, the Army, Navy and Air Force will be also doing. But more importantly, we got to set right this culture of DMK that takes all these things with impunity, that doesn't still believe it's a shameful incident that has occurred in the Tamil soil.
Now, I want to highlight one point that you've just made. You are saying that this happened on February 8 and that you suspect that there was an attempt by the ruling establishment, the DMK, to bury the crime. Is that what you're suggesting?
Of course, sir, naturally. If we go back to the DMK's tenure over the last 22 months, whenever a DMK person is involved in any crime, they do everything possible to hide it. That too, when a public representative of DMK is involved, they do everything possible to make sure that crime is not reported. A year back, the sitting Kadalur MP, member of parliament of DMK, Sri Ramesh, assaulted and killed one of his employee inside his cashew factory. It was not reported. After we all fought and FIR got registered, then that MP was allowed to go absconding. Later he surrendered in a court, got a bail, and right now is doing his politics in that particular constituency. This is the state of affairs in Tamil Nadu. In this case, a sitting DMK councillor, they did everything possible in their hand to hush up the matter. Only after the national media has picked it up, then it forced the Tamil media also to pick it up. Very unfortunate. They tried everything possible over the last 6-7 days to hide it up and to make sure this was a very trivial issue. This happened over washing of clothes in some local village. They tried to put everything down about this whole case. Now, everybody knows he is a serving army soldier. Everybody knows in the village that he has come on holiday. That too, a sitting DMK councillor is supposed to know, because the same people have elected him as the public representative. Now, doing everything and now saying that no, it's a small issue, it happened over some other issue, and we are not at fault. How will we accept it, sir? Who will accept it?
Now, this comment that you are referring to, Mr. Annamalai, the comment by a DMK functionary, and you know the name, Mr. Elangovan, he said that this was a petty issue that turned into this. What does this tell you about the mindset?
Since the DMK keeps hitting new lows every day, the kind of statements they make, they keep hitting new lows against constitution, against our country, against our national flag. They keep speaking all this nonsensical statements. So DMK, there's nothing called a low. They have already hit the rock bottom. So whatever comments they make, we are not shocked because we are already shocked by their behavior over the last 21 months. So this is one more comment that has shown how low DMK can go. That is what TVK's Ilangovanji's comment has shown today. That's a small issue, minor issue. Please don't talk about it. This is the way in which DMK functions. And more importantly, sir, the respect that is supposed to be given to an army, if you go to any part of the India, they are decorated like heroes, except in Tamil Nadu, especially whenever DMK comes to power. Because DMK's culture itself, they talk about separate state, separate country, and for them army people don't matter, and for them men in uniform don't matter. So TVK's Ilangovan is hard woven in that culture. He's absolutely died in wool over the last many decades. He's a very senior politician. He is part of DMK which spoke about secessionism. He is part of DMK now. Even DMK now doesn't believe in the national unity and territorial integrity. Even now it doesn't believe. So EVK's Ilangovanji coming from DMK and speaking those kind of statements is no more shocking to me, because we have seen absolute loss of DMK.
It is unfortunate, there is no doubt about it, Mr. Annamalai, but you are also, I've seen the commentary which is coming in from your party leaders. You yourself have said that why is the Chief Minister silent? Now, let me ask you this. Why do you think Chief Minister Stalin is silent on this?
Just to put it in context, sir, day before yesterday, the same day when this issue happened, the same evening when the issue happened, day before yesterday, there were 9 gruesome murders in Tamil Nadu. 9 gruesome murders in a single day. People shooting others with guns, somebody going with a machete and killing somebody in a district court, outside an SP office. So CM somehow, I think he has gone into a shell. He is not even aware what is happening outside his office. And a very wrong feedback is given to him. Somehow he thinks having 2-3 media channels in Tamil Nadu in his party's control, whatever he says, people will see that, with the extent of social media and the national media that is aggressive like you. Now when all the news stories are coming out, DMK is not sure how to react. So DMK, our Chief Minister has gone into a state of a shell and is no more speaking anything out. He just reads prepared statements. And it is only shocking that the leaders are coming out talking on behalf of him. They are making the matters much more worse. So bare minimum we are expecting is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu coming out and seeking public apology for the way this issue has happened, the way this issue has handled, and the way for which the senior leaders are coming out and defending the indefensible, sir.
Right. So at the bare minimum, you are suggesting that the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin, must at the outset apologize, break his silence, and also possibly go meet Prabhu's family. Now, it's not just about the DMK, because leaders of the BJP from your party have said that look at the DMK as ally. Congress that shares power in Tamil Nadu, even their top leaders are silent.
Congress has lost the character of a national political party long time back. So it is more like a B team of DMK. Every day the Congress goal is to make sure DMK should not feel threatened, DMK should not be kept very uneasy. So they do everything possible within their powers to go and defend DMK like anything. I've seen even the DMK spokesperson don't defend DMK like the way Congress do. Congress should be ashamed of itself. A national party that was in power in Tamil Nadu for a long time. It had stalwarts like Kamarajar, who are our chief minister at different points of time. People like Rajaji, who are our chief ministers. Now the way the Congress behaves, it behaves like some fringe element, some local thug party, behaves like an extension of the DMK Arivalayam. So it is no surprising that Congress has opened its mouth. If Congress has spoken only, I'll be very surprised. So I think time has come to write completely Congress out of Tamil Nadu's history, because they are no more, they represent a national character. National parties have got a character in Tamil Nadu because you all know the sub-regional parties in Tamil Nadu, the way they speak. Only the national parties were keeping them in check and balance. Now Congress has become almost like a fringe party.
Okay, so you're calling the Congress a fringe party. You believe their silence does a lot of disservice to Prabhu's murder and his family. Now, Mr. Annamalai, let me ask you this. As you are aware, there is an ecosystem in our country. There is a group that at the drop of a hat reaches Jantar Mantar to demand justice, to protest. We have not seen any placard protest on Prabhu's killing. Where is that group? Why are they missing?
Whenever we see anything that concerns our nation that happens in the right way, some issues we spoke about in the right spirit, this rights lobby, they go down to a deep slumber. They are the Kumbhakarnas. This Kumbhakarnas wakes up only when their ecosystem is threatened. Only when their so-called carefully orchestrated, built JNU type ecosystem gets threatened, then they come to Jantar Mantar marching in the street. But in this case, the so-called rights lobby should feel ashamed of themselves. That one of the ecosystem party is part of the whole crime that is happening in Tamil Nadu. They are keeping their mouth shut. So they have lost their shelf life. So nobody cares about the rights lobby anymore in India now. So this is one more instant of peeling the onion layer and showing it to our Indian citizens that look, this is the so-called status of rights lobby in India.
Now, I don't want to speak up for the rights lobby, the ecosystem. They may not be out on streets, but I can tell you with some amount of certainty and authority that from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, people are out on streets demanding justice for Prabhu. Now, Mr. Annamalai, you will be sitting at the war memorial. Let me ask you this. What is it that you want the Chief Minister Stalin to do in this case right now?
To come out in the open, seek a public apology for the way his party is behaving, for the way his councillors behaved, and for the way the law and order machinery, their hands were kept tight for the last 6 days. The bare minimum, come out and apologize, thereby give a semblance of confidence to our army jawans who are out in the borders protecting our nation, especially the Tamil Nadu based soldiers also who are in different units across the country. It is an insult for them also, because they work with their brothers and sisters who come from different parts of India. We have to send out a message that Tamil Nadu stands with every single army soldier who's out there in the open, trying to defend our border and to our country. That is the message.
Okay.
So he's a publicly elected chief minister of our state. The bare minimum he has to do is go out and do that. That is why 3 days from now I'll be sitting in a one-day protest in War Memorial.
No, so Mr. Annamalai, this one-day protest, this one-day protest that you've planned at the War Memorial, are you also inviting opposition leaders? Do you want Chief Minister Stalin to join you? Will you reach out to him?
No, sir. This is collectively it is showing who we are as a country, who we are as a state, who we are as Tamil people. What is this Tamil spirit? It is collectively people are watching across India. But in this case, we are inviting everybody to come and sit with us in War Memorial so that we have to truly reflect who we are as a society. Now, what are the ecosystem people doing? At the drop of a hat, they come with a candlelight march, they roam across India. They are camping outside the BBC office, thinking when is the next samosa going to come or when is the next tea or coffee going to come for them. So where are they sleeping? This is a city army personnel who's out there who's killed. Why are sitting DMK councillor? Everybody is keeping their mouth shut. Where are they? So they will have a selective outrage like Kumbhakarna. They sleep, they open their mouth, they suddenly come out, again they go. I think they are camping outside the respective BBC offices. That is what I can say. If they are also interested, let the ecosystem also come and sit with us to show that they really care for this army jawan. Else, they should feel ashamed of themselves that they are against the country all the time. They will have a selective outrage only when they want to. They come out and protest and go back to their homes and sleep.
Now, Mr. Annamalai, I understand your sentiment. The outrage is coming through. Thank you for speaking to Times Now. Meenakshi, the BJP chief of Tamil Nadu.